is in the Air Force is special ops. So he goes out on missions. And when he goes out on those secret missions, it's there for an extended period of time. Wiping the grandbaby and kind of just ease the load while he's gone. So and my other son is in California. So it's like I'm moving around. Because I work for Microsoft. So I'm able, and I work from home. So I'm able to move around. So like the last time I came there was around, what was it? Was it Christmas? Right before Christmas? No, Thanksgiving. Because I left there and I flew from there to Florida. Or Thanksgiving, because I did Thanksgiving in Florida with one of my cousins. But yeah, so I was there for a week, 2 weeks, and right before Thanksgiving, because my son had went on a mission. That's how he ended up getting the Thanksgiving dinner cooked, was because I was there. I flew out Thanksgiving morning. Okay. So, like I said, and I haven't addressed it to him. I haven't asked him about the Karina situation. Like I said, I didn't even know her name. You know what I'm saying? Until I got on TikTok. I didn't know her name because even when I came there to visit in Thanksgiving, I stayed 1 week, a week and a half with my son's wife that's in the Air Force. Then the last 4 days, I stayed with DeCarlos. Well, those 4 days, I seen a young lady coming in and out of there, but she never. I knew someone else. Like the second day that I was there, I realized someone else was there with me when he was gone, but I never actually saw her. Okay. And then it was like the third day is when I knocked on the door. I realized, I was like, okay, wait a minute, the door was open when he was in there, but then now he's gone to work.
Did she just said the other room is hers?
Yes, it's a 2-bedroom and the other room is hers.
Is that what she's saying?
That's what she said.
Mighty God. Then how come the gentleman said anything she have, he has 10 more?
It was in the bathroom.
Huh?
I'm being funny.
Lies.
Right, it's complete lies.
Scrubs. Hey, Scrubs, me tell us that them people know for tell line because them tell people when
Because he said anything she has, he has 10 more.
But it's more than that she just sat up here and contradicted herself even in that conversation. So one, you don't know what's going on, but you know enough to inbox Vonnie. You don't know what's going on, but you know enough to sit here and he's asking you, why are you talking to her? You don't know what's happening, but you know that there's a problem that's going on between the three because there's obviously in some blogs. So how do you know it's in blogs but you don't have access to TikTok and stuff? So how do you know all of what's going on? You're being told this. Just say, come on.
So I said they say them lie so till them can't tell them don't know what kind of lie to tell. Brother, I remember saying it for months. Vonnie said out her mouth. She said the lady I make comments, but she thought it was a fake page. She did not know it was the mother. She saw them because, of course, our sensation, I'm going to send her inbox about everything. But she didn't believe until the lady reached out and realized it's she. Mind you, Vonnie see all of the negative comment, but remember, she also post say all the things that she said about my family and all of this and that, but you did not know anything. You did not know the young lady. But if you never know her, you'd have sent Thanksgiving dinner for her. If you never know her,
or rather, you're saying that you're not in his business and he don't tell you anything. If you're not in his business and he doesn't tell you anything, you know enough to pretty much find out who everyone is. Clearly, you know enough.
You know more than enough. That is so true. And then you see, and then Sammy said the funny thing, she wait. Come remember Vonnie said she talked to her now. Because she never believes she send the food. Remember Vonnie said she talked to her now? Because she think her Lime did that tell when him bring the food come. She talked to the woman, can him call her. You know why
mom was manipulated.
You know why Vonnie, a lot of people know why Vonnie, who was on the live. Vonnie wasn't going to post any picture of the baby. Because remember, she always said she not going to post the picture of the baby and she going to wait, make people think and wonder what the baby look like, all of that. The reason why Vonnie posted the picture of the baby because when she was trying to take picture to send to her loved ones, right? Who she have in her circle, family member, whoever, the people them that is closest to her, he did not want her to do that, but he was sitting there taking pictures, video calling and sending pictures to whoever he wanted to. She said, all right, then sister, go do that. Make her show the baby. So that's why she ended up showing her baby on live, whether she was going to do it or not. Because if you also remember, she said she put when she filled out the first paperwork for put the baby name and everything, she put what he wanted. The baby had his last name. But then she said something just snap into her and she crushed up the paper and she asked for your next one and named the baby what she was originally going to name the baby. The first name was she picked. Then she picked the middle name. Remember, she compromised, you know. She picked the middle name that he wanted her to have. And then she put her last name. That's why when Donna said, Vonnie is strategic in a lot of things that she do. People might think she's stupid because of maybe how she reacts. But that little girl is one of the smartest young lady. As a 26-year-old woman, she's very intelligent. And she did what she needed to do to protect herself and her child. Because she realized you never mean no good to her. She said, you never mean me no good. I'm glad she start talk. I'm glad she start express herself and start talk what she need to talk, because you put out a story about her to make her seem like the worst human being in this world. The most unfit mother in this world.
Right, because nobody knew what was going on after the delivery. It was him who first went online to go live and talk about it.
Yep,
When he had on that same black shirt. Yep. He ran and went on live to report what was going on live downstairs of the hospital where she gave birth. And then it wasn't until later on that, you know, she got on live to basically, but why are you putting her through that? She just went through labor. She just gave birth. She just did all of this. Why? Just
and you
why?
look at that picture. You look at that picture after she have the baby. Somebody took that, whoever took the picture for them, in that moment, whether it was happy, sad, but it's like she sit on her think. When I look on her face, it's like, yo, look how me just go through. Me just bring forth the most blessed child in this world. And they turn around and the manipulation, the lies. Because again, I remember before she had the baby, they posted, you have a rude awakening come when that baby is born. I saw the post. Me never take a screenshot of it. You have a rude awakening coming when that baby born. You think that baby gonna save you? That was said. So they sit down and plan out everything with them that do. And when she go in a labor and have the baby, they make it known. That's how I said them put them foot in their mouth until them they realize them literally set them own self up.
Okay, hold on. So let me play when he said, yes, I called Children Aid. Hold on.
You call CPS. That's the question everybody want to know. Why the hell we call CPS? Y'all know why damn well why I call CPS. But you want to ask a dumb question like that? So should I elaborate? I elaborate type shit. Of course I call CPS. Do I regret calling CPS? No, I do not. CPS was in my best interest and hers.
What you have to say about that?
That's not elaborating. That's your opinion. There's a difference. An elaboration is, this is what she did to my child. This is how she did this to my child. He did not elaborate. He elaborated on a dispute between them two and had nothing to do with the child. You called CPS and looked like a damn fool because nothing was wrong with that baby. That baby was well fed, well taken care of. Mm-hmm. Everything was set up properly for the baby. That's why the case, as soon as you opened it, it quickly as it closed.
Whoa. And if you listen to, hold on, Kathy.
That's the question everybody want to know. Why the hell we call CPS? Y'all know why damn well why I call CPS. But you want to ask a dumb question like that? So should I elaborate? I elaborate type shit. Of course I call CPS. Do I regret calling CPS? No, I do not. CPS was in my best interest and hers. So let me educate some of y'all dumbass hoes or hoes that ain't got no brain or father. I think all the bitches that be coming and
Cause he's not. That's true. I'm not explaining nothing. Go ahead, Donna.
No, he said he was going to elaborate. I'm still waiting for the elaboration. I'm still waiting for the information as to the
I think we're
why.
expecting way too much from a degenerate.
Hold on. The person that come in the box. Hello, Babette. What you want to name?
Gotta check out them guys. Look, all them me tell you come inside of the box. You be hiding, come inside of the box.
Ma'am.
So you need a woman.
Ma'am, a quotas are run over here, so we can't have you up here now. It's not parliament. Go ahead, ladies.
I don't know. Did anybody know why he, what was the reason behind him doing it?
Oh, it does. I'm sorry.
Look here, me not get the reason why. We not call people name over here, so
Yes,
KK.
yes, I said
No,
I'm sorry.
hello. I just
This
want to know what is the
individual
more,
doesn't.
because he said he's gonna elaborate, and I'm still
This
waiting
individual
and we
doesn't
don't get it.
understand the reason behind his foolery either. And I think honestly, we're expecting the world from somebody who's literally a degenerate. This man, I've seen where he was coming down on this lady and he couldn't even spell the word educate. We're expecting too much from him.
Yep. You see the thing, Scrubs?
So how would this work out in Vonnie case? The life is building up. For the new people coming in, welcome. And if you're new on this platform, said new, so I could see you. We don't call name over here. We might run a joke, but we're not telling a lie. Anything that is here is we're spitting facts. We're playing screen recording, so you could listen to what was said. We might run a joke, but we're not tell a lie.
Amen.
We're not telling a lie. We might run a joke, but never tell a lie. Anything that plays over here is what was said. All right. So you're new, welcome. If you need to join the platform, send me a request. Whether you agree with me or you don't agree with me, company platform reason. No? All right. So hold on. Let me play it again. To all the new members, welcome.
CPS. That's the question everybody want to know. Why the hell we call CPS? Y'all know why damn well why I call CPS. But you want to ask a dumb question like that? So should I elaborate? I elaborate type shit. Of course I call CPS. Do I regret calling CPS? No, I do not. CPS was in my best interest and hers. So let me
And I'm still waiting for him to elaborate. And I played the live at least so much time. So how would this help her in court, Donna? What do you think?
I think it's just going to demonstrate more of it's being more retaliative and him not knowing how to use his words properly and how to, if you're not able to use your words properly and you're not able to co-parent properly, how do you expect any legal system to hand you over a 5-month-old child?
Thank you so much, Donna. Because Scrubs, them hear big words and they look up the meaning of big words and then use the words and can't demonstrate the words that them use. If you, as Donna said, if you elaborate on something, you're going to go into details why you did what you did. The only thing you said was it was in the best interest of me and her. Why was it in the best interest of you and her? Why?
Because that wouldn't be a CPS issue, right? Like KK said earlier, that would be more of a mediator issue, having someone to mediate. And the person that would have been able to mediate, in my opinion, should have been his mom, because she has a neutral ground between. She should have maintained a neutral ground. I should say that. She didn't maintain that. But that would have been the best thing. CPS wasn't in the best interest. That's not the best interest because there was no harm to the child. There was no harm to her. There was no harm to the baby. CPS is in the benefit of the child, not to the parent. If you have an issue with a parent, that's something that you got to deal with on a different time. But as long as your child is not harmed and is not in harm's way, you wasted my tax dollars because I
Yep.
pay taxes because I have a house in Henry County and they charge me up the behind every year for taxes. So you use my good money to have these people knock on her door.
No, at
Wow.
the time it was
My money.
Fulton County, mama. Fulton County. All who live in Fulton County.
Oh,
At least
okay.
all the state of Georgia. But in a Fulton County, it happening now.
That's my like, but she's in holding in Henry. Like you're wasting
Yeah, when
my
she
money.
moved to Henry.
You're wasting my money behind foolishness. You're wasting my money that I put in for the resources for foolishness. I purchased I actually got a rental property in Henry County. So you're sitting here wasting my money for foolishness like this and wondering why my taxes is going up every year, like the way it
Yep.
is. The foolishness behind this. Come on.
Foolishness. Something where you
That
and
price tag, as I was saying, lady, that price tag that he put on the child's head. For somebody said, I'm not obligated to. The judge gonna said, I'm not obligated to. Hold on, let me go back so people could listen to what he said. Hold
He's not obligated. Wow.
Scrubs, you want to see the people go.
You had 100 doctor's appointments, and I didn't pay for nan one of the motherfuckers. And you go to the judge and say, I got 100 receipts, judge. He didn't pay for my doctor's visit. He don't need to see the baby or this for reason. The judge gonna look at you like you stupid as fuck
Yeah, they.
and say, he's not obligated to.
Yeah, they.
That's it.
What do you think about that, Dana? Oh my God, he's not obligated to.
I mean, I think we said it like that was the dumb, and I think KK said it earlier, which was the best way put. You cannot tell people what the judge. It is going to be the discretion of the judge, and I'm gonna be honest with you. That discretion is going to go
That's a
toward.
demand.
You're going to have to pay half of everything that she paid, sir, because now we established paternity, and it's something called back child support. Sorry, that's what it is. Back child support. So
And then
all the things.
also,
Hold on, Kathy. Hold on just a second, Mama. Please. Go ahead, Dana.
So all the things that he thought he was going to skate away because somebody told him he wasn't, quote, obligated. See, he's using these words like obligation, elaborate, and I think education isn't here. So I'm curious to understand, does he understand what obligation is? What he should have said was, and this would have been a proper context is, until I establish that this is my child, until we go to court and we present this in front of the judge, then we can determine what my role and responsibility and what I need to pay will come out of that one. But you're not going to force me to do something that the judge hasn't forced me to do. I could have respected if had he said that, but now you make yourself look stupid, and you're gonna go before the court, and you're gonna go before probate court, okay, and tell probate court I wasn't obligated. She got all these receipts, but I'm not obligated. No, sir, you are. That breast pump, yes. That crib, yes. Oh, the stroller, that $700 worth of groceries she just spent. Oh yeah, you're obligated, sir. All of that. Everything. The light, yeah, you're obligated, sir. And that goes in the form of child support. And how much money do you make, mister? Oh, okay. And so based on that, and okay, so yeah, well, because you have a job, this is how much you got to pay her every month. And then in addition to that, you're going to owe her XYZ and back child support because the arrears in which she acquired while she was pregnant up until conception and delivery. Oh yeah, this is what you got to pay too, sir. So that's your obligation.
Also, add in the fact that she's an immigrant who does not have certain paperwork as yet.
Correct.
So yeah, the judge will actually.
you know, Scrubs, today I spoke with, I spoke to someone that's in the legal form.
Kathy, stay on this.
Yeah, no. That may stay upon.
Stay on this, please. Stay
No, I
on this
may stay
bulletin.
upon. I may stay upon. You know, ask a general question, right? About the obligation and so forth. And the same thing that Donna and KK said, that's exactly what they said. Right? That's exactly what they said. And I started laughing. I'm like, The audacity of this young man to say, I'm not obligated. And when you look up the Georgia law, you see, even if you establish paternity, Scrubs, by law, he's still obligated to pay child support. Mind you, even if you don't get legitimation, right? He's still obligated to pay child support. Like Donna said earlier with her brother and everything, right? He's still obligated to pay and take care of. The only difference is that once you're not legitimized in the state of Georgia, right? The only thing that child will not acquire is like your assets. Like if you have a property or anything like that, that is the only thing. But by law, you're obligated to take care of that child.
Okay, hold on for a second, Kathy. So, if you agree with the panel, you don't have to agree with the panel. Come up here and make a reason. Folks, can you please like up the live, please? Like up the live. Like up the live for me. This, some really good information is going on tonight. And I appreciate the intellect that is on this platform. So if you're for the alleged father, please step in the box. There's an empty box here for you guys. Come in the box, make a reason. Because when screen records are out, you guys have a lot to say on the screen recording. So we want to hear what you have to say on the platform also. That makes sense? All right. Just a second, you ladies, just a second. Okay,
You need to stop using that.
ladies, listen to this.
That's sad. Phone. If I show y'all the messages, it would make so much sense. I called her phone because he swore that it was nothing between them. That
I don't hear nobody playing these screen recording about the alleged girlfriend called even Ivani phone. We not hear them something upon platforms. We not hear them over upon the platform, them me no know.
No, sir.
No, they're not playing them.
We not hear we not hear them voice note yet. Me telling you, we might run a joke over here, but we never tell a lie. Listen to this phone call. Isn't this harassment?
that he was just gonna go leave for food because she doesn't have family here. I was like, okay, cool. When I seen they were on live talking about, sex toys this, sex toys that, your boyfriend this, your boyfriend that, that's why I called her phone. Because his phone wasn't getting any service. So yeah, at the end of the day, he is playing both sides. He is. Because if I show y'all the messages, y'all would understand why. I'm not bringing the baby up. I said they're using the baby. And no, I'm not wrong, because at the end of the day,
Okay, so one of the charges that was on the affidavit was harassing phone calls. What do you think about this, ladies?
What they're saying is that she was harassing them and calling them, because if you put phone call in it, they're saying that the person was harassing you
Did you read?
because
the
harassment
affidavit?
communication and phone calls, right?
Did you read the affidavit?
You're basically saying that.
Have you read the affidavit, Kathy? Anybody here read the affidavit? Did you see it, Donna?
I just seen the booking and I
Yes,
seen
Mama.
the I seen the charges, which to me was just
Yes, Marie the affidavit,
ridiculous.
but
Because me just glimpse it and me just see the harassing phone calls. So I'm asking this question. What is this? When you take up a phone and call somebody, they're not your friend. You sit and you watch them on live. What do you call it?
Stalker.
It's definitely harassment.
Mm-hmm.
that's sad. phone. If I show y'all the messages, it would make so much sense. I called her phone because he swore that it was nothing between them.
Somebody come up in the box. If somebody call you, you're not friends with the person. They sit and they watch you on live. What do you call it? Come, drop in a comment, let me hear. Drop it in the comment. What do you call it? Drop in a comment, let me see it. What is it? Hold on, ladies. Hold on. Hello, yes? The person that just joined the live. Oh my God.
She might be having bad service because it sounded like they were trying to talk, but it keep on like chipping.
Okay, then maybe she has to come back.
Yeah. Abundance gratitude.
People, when you come up in the box, you have to say something, honestly, because yes, hello. Chrissy? People don't send a request if you're not coming to talk. This is not parliament. If we don't need to go sit, go over parliament.
And y'all need to stop using that baby. That's sad. Phone. If I show y'all the messages, it would make so much sense. I called her phone because he swore that it was nothing between them. That he was just gonna go leave for food because she doesn't have family here. I was like, okay, cool. When I seen they were on live talking about, oh, sex toys this, sex toys that, your boyfriend this, your boyfriend that, that's why I called her phone. Because his phone wasn't getting any service. So yeah, at the end of the day, he is playing both sides. He is. Because if I show y'all the messages, y'all would understand why. I'm not bringing the baby up. I said they're using the baby.
Thanks for the like. Like up the live, please. Come on, man. Like up the live.
And no, I'm not wrong because at the end of the day, y'all focus on who's wrong and who's not. I'm focused on him playing with both of us. I never even disrespected her.
But you're not supposed to be calling her. What do you
Not
say?
only that, but she called her. She said, "That's why I got more hair to you." The girl's 8 months pregnant. This was on Thanksgiving. You called her. You got mad because he didn't. He got mad because he was actually in agreement that she was wrong for calling her, and then you turn around and say, "Well, that's why I have more hair than you." Like what? That's all you can come with?
What did she say? That's why she have what?
She said that's why on the live, she told Vonnie, well, that's why I have more hair than you. I'm like, what does that got to do with anything? You are calling this pregnant girl because you feel like he's playing you. Okay, well, you know he has a child on the way. You know that there's obviously something going on because she's newly pregnant. This wasn't by accident. Your issue is with him. When he gets in the house, you have that conversation with him because you're a mom too. So you should know how that would feel.
Yup. Exactly.
Again, this whole situation, it's like you have a bunch of bozos in a daggone with a chain behind their tail and they're all going in a circle. The mother, him, and the girl. They're all chasing their tails.
Yep. And you notice, Donna, she waited until he decided that he was going to spend 2 days with Vonnie and the baby to have a bonding
She
moment between.
always do this every time. And then when Ronnie was saying this girl is calling me from these phone numbers, she's doing this to me, she's doing that to me. Oh, you're lying, you're lying, you're lying, you're lying, you're lying. This ain't the case. That ain't the case. That ain't the case. But this girl even took it a step further and talked to the transformer that's over in Sweden and was having a conversation.
Jesus have mercy.
I cannot.
Okay. What do you think about the price that he put on the child's head? I mean, we talked about it before.
Stupidity? Is that a word?
Because how much people think the child is at risk? People in the comment, do you think the child is at risk? Do you have the thing with the bounty, Kathy?
Tell us my other phone broke, you know.
Oh, your other phone. All right.
It said it's a price. This is what it says.
You have it on your
It's a
thing?
price. Huh?
Do you have the actual thing to read?
Me myself, I read it about 20 million times. So
No, I'm asking you, do you have it to read right now?
I can read it out of my head because
All right, let me look for
so
it.
many times. Him say it's a process. Anyone with information on who got my son, name and address, any valid information. I'll know how much you want. Ain't no price on my son. Only paying if information is legit.
All right. So you hear that, people? Is the caregiver and the child is at risk?
Yep.
What do you think about that, Donna? The caregiver and the child. I mean, you're dropping gem all night. Is the caregiver come in the box? Is the caregiver and the child is at risk?
I'm gonna keep saying it, of course.
Because
And
if it was Ivani who
Right.
said that, the whole internet would have been frenzied. But
And I
no,
need
he
people to
said
really
it. No, everybody's ignoring it. Hold on,
Right.
hold on. Everybody's ignoring it. Why is it being ignored? Listen, people, if you hold on. Hold on. Good night, good night.
Abundance and gratitude, prosperity, good health, good wealth to everyone.
Hi, good night. Yes. Go
The
ahead.
child and the caregiver will be at risk. The
Why do you
father
think
is
so?
putting a bounty hunt amount on the head of the child and the caregiver because for the simple fact that he can't get a hold of either or, and the mom may not be around. I'm just saying, I don't know. But from the conversation I'm hearing all over the place, the child is definitely at risk because the child is not in the care of the state and the child is not in the care of the father. So that goes to say that the child and the caregiver should be taken into consideration of health, protection, wealth, and guidance. All of that has to be taken into consideration because this is a minor and the adult is caring for the child and the caregiver is trying to protect by any necessary means this child. So therefore the father is putting a bounty hunt means money on
Yes.
the head of the child and the caregiver. No matter what, that is called a crime. You cannot put an amount of money on a child or a person to be found by the father because it is not called through the courts. The
Whoa.
courts have to call for this to happen. And if the courts did not call for this to happen, it is a felony, it is a crime. The father cannot put money out. It will
Yes.
be a crime.
I've been
Okay?
saying this
And
over here.
that
You know, so
can
I've been
cause
saying
the
this over
father
here.
to go to jail because he's doing illegal processing.
Yes. Yes. Somebody who gets it. Somebody who got it. Yes. I've been saying this over here.
He's showing over and over with his actions that he does not respect the court. So I just can't wait
Hold on,
for
hold
the
on.
judge to see all of this.
Somebody who gets it. Go ahead. What's her name? Cynthia. I realize that you're new to the platform. Somebody who gets it. Because remember, the child is famous. The dog is famous. If the caregiver is walking the child or the dog,
Yes.
what happened?
it can be spotted and called, and it can be related to the father where these people may be or where this animal may be seen, and therefore they are not safe. The father needs to go through the right procedures in order to get this child in his custody and the dog in his custody. They come as one package. She have them under her sign as one package.
Just like that. Boom.
Exactly. And we've been saying this.
You said it. Hold on, Katy.
No
I'm
one
happy
wants
I'm
to.
hearing
No
from
one
somebody
wants
who
to hear the
knows.
truth, but
Hold
the
on.
truth is there.
Hold on.
No,
Wait. Let me read the bounty. After he was denied by the court for temporary full custody, he put this out on May the 3rd. Was it May the 3rd? I think it's May the 3rd. He put this out. It's a process. Anybody with information on who got my son, name and address, any valid proof, ain't no price on my son. How much you want? Only paying if information is legit. And he has $2 sign up. So therefore, he said, ain't no price. So you can name your price. You could name your price.
yes, but the courts already said what they said, right? It's already
Yes, the court
written.
denied him.
Okay, so there's nothing else to say. Let's talk. There's nothing else to say. The court said what they said. It's stamped, it's on paper, it's written, it's filed, it's on
Yep, I
document,
have the
it has
paper.
number. So at the end of the day, he can also get in trouble for putting that out there on the internet.
Yep.
That is also a felony because he is going against what the court said he could not have and could
And
not
that's
get.
why I posted
was
on
not
my page, Cynthia.
to get.
That's why I post what the judge stamped and plus what he said, the bounty. It's on my page.
And also remember, Scrubs, the baby is not lost. The courts know where the baby is.
But let's keep on topic here because I love what Cynthia is doing right here. That's what I've been saying. So Cynthia, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Cynthia.
Because this is what I have been saying. Anybody else? Is the cure? Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you so much for. Anybody else? Anybody else? The box is open. Is the caregiver and the child at risk? Anybody else? The box is open. Let's talk. Cynthia, thank you for that. Jump up in the box. Cynthia just said a whole lot. A whole lot, Cynthia. A whole lot.
And let's not forget, if it was a situation where they couldn't find the child, do you not think that there will be a new charge under her?
Amen. Thank you. But again, and I've said this and Donna know.
But let me ask you, do you think, would this make him be suitable for sole custody?
Nope.
No, that's why he was denied.
They're not gonna give him sole custody at all.
They're not even giving him visitation.
Not at it.
Because if you're not respecting the law,
Exactly.
if you're not respecting the law,
He showed that he blatantly disrespected the judge's orders.
You made the
That's
judge
not
look
gonna
like
fare
a
well
fool.
for him.
You made the judge look like a fool.
That's not going to fare well for him at all. So him stay there.
The courts know where the baby is. There was no
hold
dependence.
on. But Katy, do you realize since I post this on the page and we've been hitting this, everybody pulling back them head? You know who may attack everybody?
Mm-hmm.
You remember how they came out swinging until I start hammering this?
Yep.
Do you hear a sound from the... Who's been following me? Come. Who's following me since this? From I've been talking about this. You see them come back out? Are them pulling back them head? Whoa, let me take back Cynthia in. Come here, Cynthia. You're saying a lot, mama.
But you know what I noticed? And I said this after the whole fiasco, after his whole, speech, after he was denied. You notice how he just suddenly shut up about the entire thing? Because clearly his lawyer is telling him, hey,
No.
When did he speak after that?
KK, no. Kathy, tell them why they have been slow speech.
Because the truth start beat them.
No, because
No, I'm talking about him. Did he go live again?
No,
Exactly.
that's not it. Because we come out now. There's somebody, as Viral Queen said, there's somebody now who are showing the side that nobody else sees.
I also think his lawyer probably told him to shut up as well because he's shooting himself in the foot.
Let me tell y'all something about this. The child, what they call it?
Dependency.
No, wait, hold on. We're in the United States, right there, and they're somewhere in the United States. How they do it with child court battles. I can't even get the word out because I'm so upset at this case right now. Okay, child support, right? Okay, so here's how it goes in the United States. The child lived with the mom. The mom's been taking care of the child. The child goes to the doctor. Who's going to the doctor with the child? All of these things are being recorded. Who's fixing the meal, what school, whatever. If the child is a baby, who takes care of the child with the mom? Okay, I'm Ivani. I spend most of the time with my child. I'm with my child 24/7. The father rarely does anything. Right now, we're having disputes. We probably have a domestic violence situation. I really don't know, but he's always, he has another girlfriend or whatever. Now, the courts is looking. This is between the mother and the father. In the United States, it goes like this. The child lives with the mother. The mother gets the right to say where this child will go. The father has no rights on saying where the child will go, as long as it's a one parent, as in she's providing, right? I'm saying because I've been through the situation of the system before, so I know what I'm saying. Everyone would be like, I might be off because right now I'm upset, so I'm trying to keep my cool. So if the mother is the only provider at the time for the child, the courts is going to side with the mother. The courts is not going to give the father full custody. He can have visitation rights. But right now, where this thing is setting, where she is a Jamaican native and she came to the U.S. to get safety, they're looking at all of that. Whatever happened over there, happened over there. We're in the United States now. This is picking up as a United States case. Even if this young lady says, I don't want to press charges against this man, or this man says, I don't want to pursue the case, it's out of their hands. Out of these two people's hands. You know why? Because the state now picks it up. When the state picks up cases like this, even if it's a whatever case you guys are talking about it is, the state picks it up and they makes decision now where this child will be, who this child is safe with, who gets to see this child. As far as the father goes, he doesn't have rights. You know why? Because the judge already revoked his rights. You can clearly see it on the paper she said she posted, which I did see, which I already knew that he weren't going to get custody because of the actions he's doing and the things he's saying, and she's reporting it. Whether we know it or not, she may be reporting it. She have to move from here and there for safety with her child and her dog. You guys have to put this into a picture now. You guys are becoming the lawyers and the judges, so we are gods and goddesses. Yes, we are. At the end of the day, never here nor there. We are making the judges upon ourselves. So when we do something wrong, we know we have karma coming back regardless of what it is. So then therefore tells you this child will not go to the father because he is not listed as a caregiver. He will not be able to care for this child. So we have to make sure that this child, who is this child with? Or this child is with such and such. Is this child safe there? Yes, this child is safe there. That's where I want my child to stay. This is the mother saying, this is where I want my child to stay. And I don't want him to see my child because we are going through this situation. So if we're going through this situation, he cannot see the child. Period. There's no amount of money that's going to make me win this case because the judge already stamped it. Bang, papers already filed. Bang, that's it. There's no way in hell he's going to be able to get the baby. There's none. Not
Just
on
like
a
that.
blue moon, not on a green moon, not on a yellow moon. No way. It's already stamped. Once you're in child support or once you're on this and that, you have to go through the courts with every little thing. Did you pay the child support? No. Oh, well, you owe this. Did you visit the child? No, because I was busy. I had to go. Well, that's a strike. Did you take the child to the doctors? No, because I wasn't able to meet. I had to go to work. You think the judge cares about what you got to do? We're in
Nope.
court right now for this child. So if you can't provide and you can't show a stable living home or a stable environment for this child, we cannot advise you. We cannot give you these rights to raise this child. So she already said to somebody on her case that this man can't get this baby. And while
Okay,
this
let
man
me
can't
let me
get
let me
Yep.
this
let me
baby, this
let,
dog got to be hidden too. So all my property, all my things, all my people, all my possessions have to be put away because this man can't get close to my stuff. And this is what's happening. You guys have to think outside the box as well. This is what's happening. Obviously he can't get the baby because she said X, Y, and Z to something. I'm just saying.
And
Because
hold
also
on,
for me,
hold on, Cynthia. Wait, Kathy. Cynthia, I want you to listen to this and tell me what you think. All right? For someone who said all of this, tell me what you think. This is the alleged
There's
father.
defense, right? Me not, for one, let me start this right here. You can keep all of it. You had 100 doctor's appointments, and I didn't pay for nan one of them motherfuckers. And you go to the doc, and you go to the judge and say, I got 100 receipts, judge. He didn't pay for my doctor's visit. He don't need to see the baby, or this for reason. The judge gonna look at you like you stupid as fuck and say, oh, he's not obligated to. That shit, y'all keep saying, it's not gonna affect me in court none with me not helping out with no fucking doctor's appointment. I can
Hear that? You heard that?
And I just said that. I just said you're not participating regardless of what he's saying. I don't know how old he is, but the age does matter to me, but I really don't care. But at the end of the day, that mentality right there is winning him a lose. Because if you want this child, you should have been using better tone, better posture, and you should have came correctly to this table with this young lady, knowing that she can hang something over your head for a lifetime. So what I said and didn't even hear what he said was taking the baby to the doctor's appointment. One, why didn't you? Even if you had to pay for it, you should have still went, or whatever the case may be. You have to.
But Cynthia, he just said a while ago, I didn't pay for nothing.
Exactly. So that even puts him. That's what
He
I
just
said.
said
It gives
Listen
him
to
more
what he
losing.
said.
your defense, right?
Yeah, what he said. It's a live recording. He said
Let me
it.
start this right here. You can keep all of it. You had 100 doctor's appointments, and I didn't pay for nan one of them motherfuckers. And you go to the doc, and you go to the judge and say, I got 100 receipts, judge. He didn't pay for my doctor's visit. He don't need to see the baby, or this for reason. The judge gonna look at you like you stupid as fuck
Hear dear.
and say, oh, he's not obligated to.
Hear that? You heard that? Oh
Yeah,
my.
that's what I said. I said that if he doesn't go to any doctor's appointment, he doesn't participate. What he's doing is nitpicking. He's doing back and forth with her in order for her to lose her cool, for the judge to try to see that, oh, she's not stable minded to take care of my child, she loses her cool, she gets violent or whatever the case may be. No, he's narcissistic. People will say and do anything to make themselves look and feel good. So by him saying, "Oh, you just said or he said, I ain't paying for no doctor's appointment," so you're proud not to pay for the doctor's visit for your child.
He's basically saying, I think she said that, okay, I have my receipts. But he's saying that basically, it doesn't matter how much receipt you have. The judge is going to say, I'm not obligated to.
He is obligated to.
But that's what he's saying right here.
I know he's obligated to go. That's his baby. I would want to go to the. If I'm a man, that's my newborn. I want to go with the girl. Regardless.
Yeah, but Cynthia, what I'm saying, she pays for all her doctor's appointments.
Right, she does. He doesn't. I'm agreeing. I agree with you guys. If she's taking care of everything, she got receipts. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Yes, I agree. He's not doing that. He doesn't have receipts. If he wanted to have receipts, he should have went with her. But he didn't. I'm agreeing with you guys. I that's what I'm saying. He's not participating. So he doesn't get to have custody, or he doesn't get to, the judge is going to look at him like, you're not coming up in here arguing with me on why you should see the baby. I'm telling you why you're not going to see this child, or why I'm giving Miss Wright the right not to let you see the child. I'm agreeing with you guys. I'm saying he's trying to say, oh, I don't have to pay for anything to be there for my child. No, you don't. But you do have to participate, and you're not participating with me. So I am agreeing with you guys. I said that he said I go to the doctor's appointment or whatever, or I don't pay for anything. The judge is going to look at you like you're stupid. At the end of the day, the judge is looking at him like he is stupid. I'm agreeing with her. Yep. I'm agreeing that she is paying for everything. And if she does have the receipts that she's paying for everything, it's more kudos on her end. He's getting kudos for loss. At the end of the day, he's taking wins for loss. He's losing. Facts. And they always do that every time I'm on facts. At the end of the day, I'm agreeing with her. I'm agreeing with you. I am saying he's wrong, and he's pettying the shit because of the status of this young woman.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's not only that, of the young woman, regardless of, he's just a narcissist, and the narcissist love picking and poking and thinking that they are
and gaslighting.
So right. Yes, and all that he's doing is making it worse for himself. You're getting on live, you're saying, oh, you mad because I ain't pay for no visit, or I don't got to pay for a visit. What you think the judge go? No, in any part of the world, even in Georgia where I used to live, a fault, they will come after you. You're on the birth certificate, you're not living at home, you're not helping out, they will come after you. At the end of the day, it's called child support, and I didn't go put you on it. It's because, all right, I have to get this certain money to do this certain living, and your name is on a document, and they're going to look for you by your name, or they're going to find your social, because they have all, listen, they know too much and they have everything because they give you everything. So at the end of the day, he's bragging about not doing anything, and she's doing all. So everything is going to fall for her favor. So like I said before, the judge is granting, like you showed the paper, he is not getting a lick of shit to see. At the end of the day, she already put her feet down, and this is what it is. Go by what I tell you, and my child will be safe. You can't find your own son because you are not participating in his care. You don't want to participate in his care because you want to do the girl harm by hurting her emotionally and mentally. I don't know about physically, but mentally and emotionally, you're trying to hurt her because of a new chick that came around, or whatever that is. I'm not understanding these new kids. These new young head chicks, ladies, I'm not understanding how they're working their life. Yes, I have baby fathers. Yes, the children know who they are, but I don't need them in my life causing havoc. If you're going to bring me headache, I don't need it. stay away from me. I'll stay away from you. I don't need to call your phone. Don't call my phone. I'm just a different type of human being. I'm sorry. I'm not chasing nothing that's not chasing me.
Amen. And you know, so also things here, as we always say on this live, you see, in the state of Georgia, like you say you used to live here, in the state of Georgia, what people don't understand is that when you're not in wedlock, right? It doesn't matter if his name is on the birth certificate. He has no legal rights to that baby until he goes to that courthouse and go through the legitimation process, and the judge decide whether or not they're going to legitimize you, right? And if the judge decides not to legitimize you, it doesn't matter if your name is on the birth certificate or anything like that. You won't have a right to the baby. The mother has all rights. And based on the legal laws, the laws of Georgia, once you establish paternity or anything like that, and once you're not legitimized, you still are obligated to take care of that child. He still has no rights. The mother has sole legal rights to that child. He does not. And that's just the law. The law stands as it is. You don't have any say where the child go, who has the child, or anything like that.
Not at all. He doesn't. He absolutely doesn't.
All. He's like a nobody.
Right.
And worse, a paternity is not done. He's like a being that is just existing in this world that claims that's his child.
Right. And Cynthia said something that was right on, because like you said, he's doing everything that's working in her favor. You're proving to everybody that you're not doing anything pre or post delivery. You're saying it blatantly. I'm not obligated. Therefore, you're not even an equal participant of being part of this child's life.
Yep.
Before and after. So you're winning her case for her. You just said she pays for everything. She does everything.
Right. And it's not something he should brag about, because the paper clearly says that he can't have any custody rights for the child, and that's sad.
Correct.
He should have been crying in that courtroom and kneeling down in that courtroom and saying whatever he needed to say. But his pompous and arrogant and narcissistic self said he would have a blow up head and act very immature, and he lost. And he lost a good thing, because at the end of the day, what isn't given is always taken, and it was taken from him because it was never given.
It was never.
It was never given. And the fact that you never had it in the first place, that makes it worse when the courts doesn't give it to you. That's the worst part about it. You didn't have any from the initial stage. And then for a court to say no, which is why they're not on the dockets for anything. This can take years.
Yeah.
Sure can.
It will take years. Look here, she can leave and go wherever she wants to go. It still don't mean you're going to go on the docket.
Right.
There was a story about a lady, and I think she came on Scrubs Life and talk. The father of her child, I think they were married or something like that. And the father of her child took the child and left with the child. It was years before she was able to actually have her child back in her hand. Mind you, she didn't do anything, but because they were together, and I guess, you know, he established rights or whatever it is, like in the state of Georgia or wherever she was, he left with that child. And she had to went through courts for years waiting just to get her child back in her hand. If this young lady decide to leave and him not get no rights, this brother have to go fight for years before him can even see that baby if she decides to not see the baby.
You know,
but again,
I seen a video. Sorry to cut you off. I seen a video of him saying, why don't you just let, he's all in it for some type of money, because he said on the video, why don't you just let Ice, excuse me for saying his name, why don't you just let the baby have his own platform? You don't need to control that. Let the baby have his own platform. And I'm thinking, like, what? She's gonna have to control that, because if she gives the baby a platform she's gonna have to monetize his platform. He's a baby. You can't monetize it because you can't make the page for him.
But Cynthia, him say, for push, if I put the baby in one chair, make the baby sit up. And she said, me? A trouble no one get me now?
Right.
She said, take her mouth. A trouble no one get me now? Him say, if I put the baby in a chair
Right,
and put
and
the
set
camera
him
on
up.
the baby.
Right.
The baby not, at that point, the baby is not even sitting up by himself. The baby sit up, but she has to support the baby.
Him. Yeah.
She has to do everything to support that baby. The baby's not crawling. He's not doing any of that. And just like you said, in order, if the baby already has a page, so she had to monetize the baby's page. I remember she said to her mouth, you know, the baby already have him stuff secure already.
Right. So
That's
he want to
secure for
step
the
in
baby.
and take what the baby have or be part of that initiation
Yep.
of what the baby have. And he didn't build with the baby. She did. So at the
Right.
end of the day, he really is not after any baby. He's after what's behind the things that these two have accumulated since they have been part of this universe.
Because he followed it up by saying he needs to have his own account.
Yes.
And
And
I
he
was
already
like,
does. And that's the funny
what?
part about it. The baby already does. The baby
But that's
already
not,
has
he
everything.
needs to have an account for the child. Why don't you get an account for the child?
Wow.
He's thinking backwards. I wouldn't even think like that. I wouldn't even said no shit like that.
But
On
I'm tell us, I don't know if this brother finished high school or not because some things that come out of mouth. Me have to understand. Me have to try
Sometimes
understand.
if they did finish it, they still say you be like, where you graduated from? Or who,
Right.
But
gave
you know
you the
what?
diploma?
Not the
Because
line up because the law said no child left behind. So you
got
could have
breaks.
done as a pumper.
KK just said earlier that he didn't know how to spell education.
He did not. Yeah. Him no know to spell education, and I like KK. I tell him said when he spell the word education, I literally laugh. I roll. But say, I say you spell education.
It's
That's
not
embarrassing.
It's not wise that he should even be online. Like common sense. If you know you're going, first of all, if you're going through like literally like that type of situation with the courts, like ban your page. Don't go on there. Keep everything on low mode, like because you're dealing with the government and they can, interact with your channel, your anything, and he's just out here skylacking and going on like everything's good. Like what? Like nah, you can't be doing that. You got to be on a low profile, my dude.
Yep.
Exactly.
You
That's how
cannot
me
be
love
out here
with Scrubs,
saying things because people are recording what you're saying. If you're like, oh yeah, I'm glad she did that. I'm glad she in there. Now I get the chance to do this, and that's you're reckless with that because that's an intent. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is behind it, you made certain things happen. Now the girl is in there, whatever, wherever she may. You know what I'm saying? Like.
First of all, she's only in there because we all know how slow Georgia is. Okay?
Right. They'll take
That's
their
the
time.
only
Yeah.
reason why. It's because
They'll take their
Georgia
time.
is so darn slow. That is the
Backlog.
only reason.
If she have some money on foot that's on a daily basis walking up in that courthouse or walking to that
Right.
wherever,
Because if it was in
she
any
can
other
it
state, she
can
would have
be
been
done.
in and out.
Yeah, it
Look
can be
here,
done.
you have to push them. Look here, you see these attorneys. You see that's I say a paid attorney is the best one to have.
Exactly.
If she even get a public defender or anything like that, them drag them foot for months and months
Yeah,
and months
exactly.
and
The
months
public
and
defenders
months.
really don't care. Trust me, I barked on
Because them have 1,000 cases pack up in them
Yep.
office. You have people
But I'll
sitting
tell you
in a
now,
jail and
I'm
wait.
sure he's surprised because she has, not only does she have sensations, not only does she have, like again, platforms like this that's spreading like the real, but she also has the best legal support and team.
best.
And
what's up.
I mean, I donated, so it is. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes, that's
my
what's up.
thing is this. My thing is she has the best support, and so I don't think he was expecting that level of a powerhouse because
Right.
he was listening to the minuscule of people on the platforms saying little things like negative things, but that was a very small percentage of
Yeah. You'll
the
expect that,
people
yeah.
that is actually in support of her versus those who are not.
Yep, and that's what they didn't. They were so surprised to see how even the people that she may have a little spat with, they were surprised to see all these people that is rallying behind her. And again, she has the best, one of the number one top cremation law firm that is
what's up.
behind her.
Abundance, gratitude. Yes, that's what's up.
One of the best. If you look up top cremation law firm, she has the best.
So again, like and then by him speaking, you're for the same allegations you used to put her in this situation is the same thing that is the reason why that judge said denied.
Right.
Because the judge have sense, you know. The judge have sense. They say the judge should have on our panel, should have sense.
Not
And
all
then them
money
not
has
got no
everything.
baby,
Not all
but you not
money
have
has
no
everything.
legal right, no legal rights to, even though you have obligation to. No judge now go take a child where you basically, again, just an existent, a person that is just existing in this world and hand over a child to you. But what he was trying to do, he thought, because mind you, in Georgia, if he went to the courthouse with that baby in his hand, it would have gone a different route. That's why when Donna said, this young lady, Miss Wright, is a very well educated young lady that we see on the screen right here. Our head screw on our body. This girl think beyond her years. She might have a moment where she might set things out her mouth, but she thinks beyond her. For the age that she is,
Right.
to see how she operates and thinks, I'm like, this is a person. You not even have people where in them 50s think like how this young lady think.
And that's why he don't have the baby.
Right. Because the thing is you get caught up in the persona, the character, the brand versus the person. She didn't
Yep.
come up to that brand by being a stupid person. She's the brand that she is because she knows how to be the person that she needs to be to build her empire, to build her brand, to keep morphing herself over. And do you guys listen? One thing I noticed about her, she's a hustler. And one thing about being a hustler, you have to be quick on your toes, head on the swivel. You have to know, you have to be alert. And one thing about her is, hands down, through
know
and
who
through,
she
with
is.
everything, that girl knows how to she knows how to morph herself into everything she touched. Everything she touched turns to gold. And that's why a lot of people envy her. But one thing you cannot deny, the fact that when she pushed that, even before she pushed that baby out, okay? Listen, I knew what kind of parent she was going to be. So just to see her, I was like, oh my God, like the best, okay? The best. You can't come at her for neglect. You can't come at her and say she did anything harmful. Do you see how chunky that baby is?
Right. Well kept.
And also remember, you know, Donna, there's a saying, you know, a lot of us over here, especially Caribbean people, we grew up in a certain values, like a Christian value, right? My parents always say to me, cleanliness is next to godliness.
Oh, you see how she cleaned her house?
Look here. When me say cleanliness is next to godliness, that little girl, when she say, Mama, she talk and say, you know, she come home from hospital tired, Mama say she not pain, Mama say she get stitches. She not have nobody around her. Yes, she might have people on the phone who talk to her. Even in her tired days when she can't get no sleep. Coming from hospital, she a clean. She clean. Put on her baby, newborn baby. She clean. She make sure it's her environment. I mean, know that's also how she was raised. Cleanliness, again, she grew up in a Christian home. Whether Jehovah Witness or whatever, you know, still people will seek God and talk to God and pray and all those things. I know it was instilled to her. Cleanliness is next to godliness. It's when you're clean and have an atmosphere free of any negativity, any toxicity, anything. God will literally dwell because you have the atmosphere free of anything. You're free to sit and worship God as much as you want, and that's a person she love for worship God. She sit down on her live and she will play her songs them and she pray. When she cut off the live, nobody knows whether she gets on her knees and talk to God about everything that she's going through. She suppressed everything that she was going through. We saw what we saw on the media, show what she want to show. And that's why I know when she started talking, I say, look here, may a God bless. Because remember when she go report the stuff that was sent to her about her baby, the officer, remember, I know, if it was not God himself, that officer would not business, because we see how many times people get pulled over on the roadside and they know say them have warrant. What the police do? Them
Lock
put
them up.
a fire on. Them the business if they put in the car, them a call social service.
Yep.
Or call a family member for come get that child. She go in for go make her report and then make sure you know Miss Right, you have 2 warrants out. She said she's supposed to in a jail. And she even called, she said the officer call him for verify everything. And when him say, oh, can I come and get my child? Officer, you're not asking me, is your name on that birth certificate? Basically saying, did you go to the legal system and do what you need to do? Him said, no. Officer tell him, say, sir, you have no rights. And the Senagar yard, you don't ever see that. You don't see those things. All you see, if them pull you over, even if it's a traffic citation, you don't even know, say, you think you do what you're supposed to do and you know, say, hey, them put out a bench warrant or a warrant for your arrest and they pull you over. And them run your name and everything and say, hey, you have a warrant out. They must say, step out of the vehicle. Spread your legs, put your hands behind your back. And they must put that cuff upon your hand and carry you go in. But yet still, because God was in the midst of it, they sent her home to do what she needed to do. And she did everything. She never come on live, come talk or go on, you know. But she come and let people know. She said, look, you say, make me a God bless. A God me say. And do what she need for do. And turn herself in. When she got turn herself in, because she already set what she need to set in place. Because she said, hell and water, him now get her pitney. Him now go get her child. So she set whatever she needed to set in place, turn herself in, because she did it the legal way. Right? She never really understands, so she never have to turn herself in. She didn't know. Should I get what she need to get? I make them deal with whatever she need to deal with. But on a standpoint, she say, you know what? I'm going to do the right thing. Carry herself go, turn herself in, turn her baby over, who she need to turn her baby over, sign whatever. Come in a Georgia, you know. As long as you sign, because every jail have a notary. As long as you sign, write up whatever you need for write up, and the notary sign that, I should give whatever it is she need to give to that person can do whatever. And she sit down and say she'll wait. She'll wait for her turn.
It's only because the system here in Georgia is backlogged.
Worse in N County. N County is the worst.
I'm going to say like this.
Backlogged.
There was an angel guiding her that night or that day, whatever it was, when that officer did that. And he was led to let her go. Okay? He was led to let her go because like you're saying, and yes, they won't let you go. You better call somebody, come get your kid. We don't give a damn. What? No, call them now. We'll wait. I'm taking your ass right in. At the end of the day, you see how it worked. Go ahead. Go get your.
I remember, you know, she was in the midst of the jail. Oh, she did, you know.
Come down, and that's what she did. She promised herself, "This is what I'm gonna do if I ever get and this is how it's gonna go down."
And I also think, ladies, by the first screenshot, you could see that she's crying.
Yes, she was.
I think that's one of the hardest decisions she ever have to make in her life.
Because you make me cry.
Yes, knowing that you're gonna leave your kid for a certain amount of time. For a certain amount of time, because now look, it may have came into agreement somewhere with her and her lawyer, you know, her immediate team that listen, this is what you're gonna have to do, this, you know, you got it, you ready, you know, it's a talk through, and we talked it through, and she said, listen, I'm gonna do the right thing, and this is where my kid gonna be, and this is why my kid and my dog, and they're gonna be good, and I gotta listen, I'm you know, and the protection was then there given and served. Right
and
there.
That's the best mother you can think of. Because some mother don't care. And as I said, when Scrub said a while ago, if you look on the live, she wanted to break down, but she wasn't going to get nobody win. That love that she was showing, and the baby knew because the baby kept crying.
Right.
The baby felt it to his soul. And even for a baby crying, when she were in a joke, even when she said she not pick him up, you know. Because me sure the doctor tell her sometimes you have to make them cry.
Right.
But you know, as a first mom, when your baby a cry, it hurts your heart. Even she make him cry for two minutes or a minute, she go pick him right back up. Because in that a motherly instinct, me can't make my baby cry, so me don't want him get sick.
Right.
Because all he knows is to be close to his mother chest. Because you know when a baby lay down by your chest, you know them, it's in a heartbeat when them hear while they were inside the womb. They're hearing that heartbeat and it's a comfort for them. Even him sitting up on her chest. Remember, you can hear the person. If you have a significant other, you just lay down on them chest, that them heartbeat. That baby can hear every beat of her heart. And he felt it. That emotion that came over her,
Came on him.
it came on him. And you can see it was hurting her to the core. Because all our baby knew is she. Morning, noon, and night.
Of course.
And just knowing that and seeing that, why in the world would anybody want to pursue something like that, especially if you're the other parent?
People are wicked.
Like,
And if she paid for the window already, why would you still go press charges? Why?
because like I said, I feel like it was an insurance scam, and that might come up
He could have
too.
dropped it. He could have been like, Jan, I just want to drop it. She already paid for it. That's
Right.
the receipt. But,
Right.
you know.
You know what
No,
he got mad about?
He got
mad
double
about.
money for that car.
Right.
He got money
right.
from her, and he turned
It'd be
around
your
and got
own
money
though.
from. Yep.
It'd be your own kind
Yep.
of.
And you know what burned him? You know, tell her, you know what hurt him? I remember she was on live, you know. She said him send her the receipts because she asked him for everything, how much it cost. Because she said, bad as still not bad. Bad as things might be. If it was me, but I want the person pay for way happen, right? And she said, she feel away. Because she did feel away. And she said, all right, send me the receipts, everything. Him send her everything. The estimate and everything. And mind if you go a dealership, you know. And you tell them, say you need to replace a mirror. Whatever estimate them give you, that is what it is. Because all you're doing is just replacing it. Right? And he gave
That's
her
his baby
all...
moms. He a coward. That's his baby moms. He could have took care of that differently. He a coward. That's his baby mom.
And that's why I say he got mad because she came on live and expose it. She come on live and expose, say, I send her the money. You tell me say such and such. And then you got to change him out and add more money to it because him know.
Y'all ever
Remember she-
getting too that Mama Sweetness paid him as well.
Yes, she did. But you want to know? Remember, Shvani say, you know, when they were on the apartment hunt, right? And him there bring her on because he wanted her close to him. Mind that she never gonna leave, you know. And one of the things that pushed her to leave because the worms that were in her old apartment, right? The worms that were in her old apartment, that's really what pushed her to move. He wanted her to be close to him. And that's the reason why he was sending her apartment, different type of apartment complex that might be 10 or 15 minutes away from his house, whatever it is, right? So he wanted her close to him.
He would have had to travel.
And that was from
a few
December.
weeks.
I remember from
Right.
December when she pregnant, she look for place. Because she said, all right then, if she never want him around the baby, I never want him in the baby
Right,
life,
she would've never
she
did
wouldn't
that.
agree
Right.
for go look for apartments that is
Right.
close to him.
Right.
That he could be
Facts.
and play a role as a father.
Right. Facts. She was giving him the benefit of the doubt.
Yes, she was.
But
And
she
then
took
when
that
she get
benefit
when
of
she
the
get the
doubt.
apartment, she was waiting. Cause in Carrigo, cause it was a brand new apartment. Donna know the apartment because she live at Henry County. So it's a brand new apartment, luxury, safe, to have all the security features and everything. And she fell in love with it.
Right.
And she decided, all right, me go do it. She never come in mind. At one point, she said she not gonna have the baby in Georgia. She was gonna leave. She changed her mind. Changed her mind because she didn't have to fly.
Right.
She could go on the Greyhound. She could go on Amtrak. She could take freaking the mega bus, whatever, and go wherever
Right.
she
Yeah.
wanted to
Mega.
go.
Yeah. The Chinese bus. Yeah.
Yeah, and that the bus is one of the cheapest bus for go on. And then mind you, them have AC and Wi-Fi and everything like that. Me take it already. Go look for my grandfather.
Yeah. And they large.
But she decided she nah bother go. She go stay. And if you look at it deep within her heart, she probably thinks that bad as the bad. You know, as much as we might have our disagreement, have our follow, me want you did it because me say you wanted it.
Right.
And
Right.
she